Oh, what's good, yo, Toads, man? How y'all boys coming, bruh? In this video, we're gonna be talking about the humiliation ritual of Jada Pinkett Smith with her husband. And I mean, I feel like Jada, from the moment her and Will got together, bro, she knew she should have did it anything. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like Jada should have dated any feelings that she had for Pac. And I definitely feel like Jada had stronger feelings for Pac than what Pac had for her. I'm going to insert a clip.
Jada's my heart, you know what I mean? She will be my friend for my whole life.
Well, maybe I'll be down to scoop you up later in life if you ain't all shriveled up.
We'll be all together.
Be like Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee.
Vic, you know you always got a place in my heart.
She can have my one heart, my liver, my lungs, my kidneys, my blood, marrow, all of that.
Pac saying oh, that was just her friend. Actually, I'm going to insert all of the clips.
Were you ever jealous of the love Jada had for Tupac?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were
Oh my God, that dude. And that was in the early days.
Yeah.
That was in the early days, and it was like that was a big regret for me too, because I could never open up to interact with Pac, and because we had a little bit of a thing, right? Because they grew up together, and they loved each other, but they never had that, they never had a sexual relationship, but they had come into that age where now that was a possibility, and then Jada was with me, so Pac had a little thing on that. But she just loved him like he was the image of perfection, but she was with the Fresh Prince, so that was a huge regret of mine. I couldn't handle it, I was the soft rapper from Philly and he was Pac.
We're going to insert them all. Of, just Jada talking about Pac and Pac talking about Jada, and we're going to even talk about Will talking about Pac and how he was low-key, never wanted to interact with Pac because he knew about how much Jada loved Pac. And it's like, bro, I ain't even gonna lie, fool. Jada could sit here and say she ain't never had feelings for that man and it was only some friendship shit, but she dead ass wanted to be with him. She dead ass wanted to be with him. And I fear that if he was still alive to this day, some way, somehow, she probably would have tried to end up being with him. I fear if Pac survived Vegas, I don't think her and Will would have made it as far. I truly don't. Because it's the way that Jada talk about this man. I ain't never seen her talk about Will that way. And I was just looking up clips of them, and I ain't never ever seen Jada speak about Will so highly and such a high regard as she talk about Pac. She puts Pac on a pedestal of damn near perfection, and Will gonna even say that. Will gonna even say yeah, Jada thought of Pac as perfection. Do you know, and you know what, we can't even put all of this on Jada, because Will, you knowing this, right? I'm sure when y'all first met, you figured out her relationship with Pac. Why would you even stay with that? It was clear that it's just clear as hell that there was some one-sided love. And I mean one-sided love as far as romantic, because yes, they both loved each other as friends. That's what Pac always seen Jada as, a friend. He always emphasized the word friend when it came to Jada. But I feel like Jada, she wanted to say friend, but she really wanted to say man at the end of the day. Jada, though, she wanted to be with Pac, bro. She constantly, she constantly, brings up this man in interviews and shit. And it's just damn, I want my homeboy, or I want my homegirl to be talking about me as strongly as they do today, 20 years from now if I ever passed away. God forbid, if I passed away young, I would want my homegirl to talk about me how Jada talk about Pac. Cause boy, she talk about this man even to this day, still as perfection. Like the best man, like man, she put that man on a fucking pedestal in her life. And I don't think Will will ever touch that pedestal that she put Pac on. I don't think Will, and I feel like Will at this age, and you know, that this like, as far as they are into their relationship and their marriage, that he knows deep down that he will never be touching where Pac is in Jada's heart. That man Pac engraved his motherfucking name on her shit for like, he said, this is Pac's heart right here. Will, you could just fit in where you get in. To be honest, that's what it seemed like. It seemed like that's Pac heart and Will just got in where he fit in type shit. Cause the way she talks about Pac, even still to this day, she still talk about that man on as like of the highest regard. Like she talks about this man as if he, like, man, he was just like a once in a lifetime thing. And Pac was. Nobody's touching Pac. But she talking about this man as if he was a once in a lifetime thing in her life as well. Like, she'll never meet a man like that, and never will a man touch where Pac is. And that alone is already crazy. But Jada didn't even stop there with Will. Then she got into an entanglement with August Alsina.
From there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though.
Yeah,
Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over. You
know? We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. One thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because this is your red table, and you like brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
Mind you, August was like how old at the time? Jada was how old? How deep in their marriage were they to where she popped out publicly with August? They go sit over here and say, man, it was just an entanglement. Bitch, you was dating him. It wasn't cheating, because in the interview with Jada and Will, they said they were separated. During that time, they were separated. So it wasn't necessarily cheating, but again, it was. But it was more so of a break, because they were still married legally. Legally, they were still married, but like within the relationship, they were separated. So technically, you know, and Will did, you know, even in the interview, he states he wanted Jada to find what makes her happy. And, you know, if that was a person or if that was like a thing that she needed to do, he said, you go and do that. So essentially, she wasn't cheating, because it was a mutual, like, agreement between both parties that, hey, we're separated for a while. If you got to go do, like, X, Y, and Z to figure out yourself, go do it. I'm going to figure out myself, and we might come back or we might not. And they even said, like, we almost, like, Will was like, he thought it was done. He thought they were going to get a divorce, you know? So, like, in that time, they were, like, actually separated. It was mutual on both parties. But to pop out in public while still married to your husband is an embarrassment that I don't even know, man. If I was Will, I would have just divorced her off the sheer fact that, bro, never did you just publicly pop out with somebody while still legally having my last name. While still legally having my last name, still legally being married to me. Like that's an embarrassment if I don't know what is. That's humiliation if I don't know what is. Because I wish I was, like, married. And my wife pops out with it. And start parading around. Oh, boy, look, boy. Boy, look, boy. I would have called her the next day and say, hey, we might as well start filing for divorce, stay separated for a year, because you gotta legally be like separated for a year to like actually go through with the divorce. I would have said we might as well just start the separation and start figuring out what assets, because I'm not finna do this. If that's like embarrassment, that's humiliation. If I don't know what is, my wife, the motherfucker that has my name legally tied to her, we've had what they probably been like, maybe I'm just guess and say about 2 decades into this marriage. They've been married for a long time. I think since like the 90s or the early 2000s. So about 2 decades in, we've had 2 kids. I was about to say 3, but no, Will's first son is from another lady. So 2 kids. Before like this whole entanglement thing went down, I would say like the Smith family was a well-renowned family in the acting industry, in like the movie industry. You knew the Smiths as a powerful black family. I feel like that was their reputation. And so you do all of this, our reputation, our marriage, all of this shit. You say fuck all of that and you pop out publicly with this young man. Come on, bro. Like, Jada, I don't know how you could like say that's love, boy, because like, I mean, just thinking about the Pac thing and then the August Alsina thing, it's just like, how the fuck can she sit here and really say, yeah, I'm in love with this man? And this is like, I don't know, boy. Pac was the love of her life. I don't give a fuck what she tried to say, what she tried to portray on the internet. I mean, for you to still be talking about this man in the highest regard, even still now to this day, if somebody asked her about Pac, she's saying the most beautiful things about this man. It's just like, I don't know, Will. I don't know, brother. I mean, you Will motherfucking Smith, boy. And even when you met Jada, you was the Fresh Prince. Like, that was his prime right there. You was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, I just don't know, bro, because she has, I mean, countless of times has she humiliated this man. I mean, from talking about Pac to this August Alsina entanglement thing. No, y'all was in a relationship. It's not an entanglement. It was a relationship. I mean, and then even still after all of that, he went and slapped Chris Rock for her. Like, that's crazy. Even after all that shit, that man sat and slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars for her. At the Oscars. No Will love her. But I don't know. She definitely probably love him, but definitely not as much as Will loves her, because even through all of that, he still went up on that stage and slapped Chris Rock for her at the Oscars. Even after all of that. Ain't that bad a bitch? Hey, man, if y'all enjoyed the video, though, y'all already know what the fuck to do, man. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post in case y'all boys new. Hey, get like me, bruh. Catch y'all boys in the next one. Y'all.